What if the reason you're not reaching your goals isn't a lack of talent, intelligence, or opportunity, but simply because you've lost the ability to focus? In a world where distractions are everywhere, the people who can concentrate deeply for long periods are becoming the new elite. Today, we're diving into the powerful ideas from Deep Work by Cal Newport, a book that reveals why focus is the superpower of the 21st century and how mastering it can completely transform your life. Imagine waking up every day with a clear mind, sitting down to work and accomplishing more in 3 hours than most people do in an entire day. Imagine finishing important projects faster, learning new skills more quickly, and creating work that truly stands out. It sounds almost impossible in today's world of endless notifications, social media feeds, emails, and constant interruptions, yet this is exactly what deep work teaches us. Cal Newport defines deep work as the ability to focus without distraction on a cognitively demanding task. It's the state where your mind operates at its highest level, producing your best ideas, solving complex problems, and creating valuable results. On the other hand, shallow work consists of tasks that don't require much mental effort, checking emails, attending unnecessary meetings, scrolling through social media, or constantly switching between tasks. The problem is that most people spend the majority of their day doing shallow work. They stay busy but aren't truly productive. They answer messages, react to notifications, and jump from one task to another, yet at the end of the day, they feel like they've accomplished very little. Being busy has become a badge of honor, but busyness is not the same as productivity. One of the most important ideas in the book is that deep work is becoming increasingly rare at exactly the same time it is becoming increasingly valuable. Think about it. Technology has made distractions easier than ever. Every app, website, and platform is competing for your attention. Companies spend billions of dollars designing products that keep you engaged for as long as possible. As a result, the ability to focus deeply has become a rare skill. At the same time, the modern economy rewards people who can learn complicated things quickly and produce high-quality work. Whether you're a programmer, writer, entrepreneur, student, designer, marketer, or business owner, your success depends on your ability to think deeply and create value. The people who can master difficult skills and perform at an elite level are the ones who thrive. Newport argues that there are two core abilities required for success in today's economy. First, the ability to quickly master hard things. Second, the ability to produce at an elite level in terms of quality and speed. Both abilities depend heavily on deep work. Consider how most people try to learn new skills. They study while checking their phones. They watch videos while scrolling through social media. They attempt to multitask and wonder why progress feels slow. The brain doesn't work that way. Deep learning requires uninterrupted concentration. Every time you switch your attention, your brain pays a cognitive cost. It takes time and energy to regain focus. Research shows that even brief interruptions can significantly reduce performance. When you check a notification, your attention doesn't fully return to the original task immediately. Part of your mind remains stuck on the interruption. This phenomenon, often called attention residue, prevents you from giving your full mental power to what matters most. Imagine trying to write a report while checking your phone every few minutes, or studying for an exam while responding to messages, or building a business while constantly refreshing social media. You're not just losing time, you're weakening your ability to focus itself. Deep work is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it becomes. The more you allow distractions to dominate your day, the weaker it becomes. Many people today have unintentionally trained themselves to be distracted. They feel uncomfortable whenever there's a moment of silence or boredom. Their first instinct is to reach for a device. Newport explains that boredom is actually important. When you're constantly stimulating your brain with entertainment, notifications, and information, you lose the ability to concentrate for extended periods. To develop deep focus, you must learn to tolerate boredom. You must resist the urge to immediately seek stimulation every time your mind feels restless. Think about some of history's greatest achievements: scientific breakthroughs, best-selling books, innovative companies, life-changing inventions. None of these were created through constant distraction. They were the result of focused effort sustained over long periods. One of the most practical lessons from deep work is the importance of scheduling focus. Many people assume they'll work deeply whenever they find time, but that rarely happens. If you don't deliberately protect time for deep work, shallow tasks will consume your day. Successful people often schedule blocks of uninterrupted concentration. During these periods, they eliminate distractions completely. No email, no social media, no unnecessary meetings, no multitasking. Their entire attention is directed towards one meaningful task. The goal isn't necessarily to work longer hours. The goal is to work with greater intensity. 4 hours of truly focused work can often produce better results than 10 hours of distracted effort. Productivity is not measured by time spent, it's measured by value created. Another key concept is that your environment matters. If your workspace is filled with distractions, maintaining focus becomes much harder. Every notification, open browser tab, and background interruption compete for your attention. Creating an environment designed for concentration can dramatically improve performance. Some people work best in quiet rooms, others prefer libraries or dedicated offices. The specific location matters less than creating conditions that support focus. Your environment should make deep work easier and distractions harder. Newport also challenges the modern obsession with connectivity. Many people feel pressure to respond instantly to every message, email, or notification. They fear missing out or appearing unavailable. But constantly reacting to incoming information prevents meaningful progress on important goals. Not everything deserves immediate attention. In fact, most things don't. Learning to prioritize what truly matters is essential. Every minute spent reacting to low-value distractions is a minute not invested in high-value work. One reason social media can be so damaging is that it fragments attention. Newport doesn't argue that all social media is inherently bad. Instead, he encourages people to evaluate whether a tool genuinely supports their goals. Too often, people adopt technologies without considering their costs. Ask yourself a simple question: does this activity significantly contribute to the things I value most? If not, it may be stealing more from your life than it gives. Many people spend hours every day consuming content that adds little value, while claiming they don't have enough time to pursue meaningful goals. Time is one of our most valuable resources, yet it's often spent carelessly. Deep work encourages us to become more intentional. Every hour should be treated as an investment. The question isn't whether you're busy. The question is whether your activities are moving you closer to the future you want. Another powerful lesson is the concept of craftsmanship. Newport believes that meaningful work often comes from mastering a valuable skill and applying it with excellence. There is deep satisfaction in becoming exceptionally good at something. Mastery requires deliberate practice, and deliberate practice requires focus. The modern world frequently promotes shortcuts, hacks, and instant results, but true excellence rarely comes quickly. It requires patience, consistency, and concentrated effort over time. Deep work provides the pathway. Think about elite athletes. They don't become champions by training while distracted. Musicians don't master instruments by practicing with divided attention. Great writers don't produce remarkable books by checking social media every few minutes. Excellence requires immersion. One of the biggest obstacles to deep work is the belief that multitasking is efficient. In reality, multitasking is often just rapid task switching. The brain performs best when it can devote its full resources to a single challenge. constant switching creates mental friction and reduces effectiveness. Imagine trying to drive while reading a book, watching television, and having a conversation simultaneously. It sounds ridiculous, yet mentally, many people approach work in exactly this way. They divide their attention among multiple competing activities and wonder why performance suffers. Deep work requires making difficult choices. It means saying no to certain opportunities, activities, and distractions. It means recognizing that every yes carries a hidden cost. When you commit attention to one thing, you're choosing not to invest it elsewhere. Highly successful people often appear disciplined, but what they're really doing is protecting their focus. They understand that attention is finite. Once lost, it cannot be recovered. Newport emphasizes the importance of ending work deliberately. Rather than allowing work to consume every waking